Is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. We're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
And the Ravens taking the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
All day, dog.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Escapes the defender. And there he goes again. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way down to the 26. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 46 yards on the ground. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 24 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Fielded about a yard deep. Nifty move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it with Jones. And And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 14 yards out as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They toss to Ingram. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 34. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Ingram. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. The 30, 10, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.